What if I told you that buried within thousands of scientific reports lies evidence of something so extraordinary, so quietly revolutionary, that it could change how you see reality forever? Picture this. Scattered across research institutions worldwide, a series of reports known only as the 3i Atlas Collection has been quietly documenting phenomena that dance at the very edge of our understanding. These aren't dramatic headlines or sensational discoveries. They're whispered observations, gentle anomalies that scientists have been carefully cataloguing for decades, like astronomers mapping constellations visible only in the deepest darkness. But here's the twist. What started as routine data collection has revealed patterns so subtle, so interconnected, that they suggest our universe operates in ways far more mysterious and beautiful than we ever imagined. In the next 3 hours, you'll drift into calm while uncovering these hidden truths, following a trail of scientific breadcrumbs that leads to the very heart of cosmic mystery. This isn't just science, it's your story, written across the fabric of space and time, waiting patiently for you to read between the lines. As you settle into this journey, know that each revelation we'll explore together has been verified, documented, and quietly filed away in laboratories and observatories around the world. If you love journeys like this video, subscribe and comment your country and what time you're listening. Now, let the cosmic whispers begin. Imagine, if you will, a quiet laboratory in Geneva where the soft hum of computers fills the air like a mechanical lullaby. It's here, in 2019, that Dr. Elena Vasquez first noticed something peculiar in the 3i Atlas data streams. The numbers weren't wrong, they were too perfect. As she sipped her evening tea, watching data cascade across her screen like digital rain, Elena discovered what would become known as the harmonic anomaly. Deep within the quantum measurements from particle accelerators worldwide, a pattern emerged. Not chaos as expected, but a subtle rhythm, like the universe keeping time to a song only it could hear. The 3i Atlas reports had been collecting this data for 40 years, each entry a single note in what was slowly revealing itself to be a cosmic symphony. But what made Elena pause, her teacup suspended halfway to her lips, was the realization that this pattern didn't just exist in particle physics. It echoed through gravitational wave detections, pulsed within radio telescope readings, and whispered through the background radiation of space itself. Picture the universe as a vast ocean, and we, with all our instruments and expertise, had been floating on its surface, measuring the waves. But Elena had just detected something deeper. The ocean's heartbeat, rhythmic and patient, pulsing through dimensions we were only beginning to understand. The shocking truth was this. The universe wasn't just expanding randomly into the void, it was breathing, inhaling and exhaling in cycles so vast that human civilization fit into a single moment of its meditation. And somehow the 3i Atlas network had been documenting this cosmic respiration for decades without anyone realizing what they were seeing. As Elena printed her first analysis that night, the soft whir of the printer seemed to join the rhythm she'd discovered, as if the machines themselves recognized they were part of something far grander than their purpose suggested. The morning after Elena's discovery, something remarkable happened. Scientists around the world, working on completely unrelated projects, began noticing their own anomalies. It was as if the universe, having revealed one secret, decided to whisper a few more. Dr. Kenji Tanaka in Tokyo was studying deep-sea bacterial colonies when he noticed they pulsed in perfect synchronization with Elena's cosmic rhythm. Dr. Sarah Mitchell in Scotland found the same pattern in the growth rings of ancient trees. Dr. Ahmed Hassan in Cairo discovered it woven through the migration patterns of birds across the Sahara. The 3i Atlas reports suddenly became treasure maps, each data point a breadcrumb leading to the same extraordinary conclusion. Life on Earth wasn't separate from the cosmos, it was dancing to its rhythm. Imagine lying in a field at night, feeling the grass beneath your back, the weight of the sky above. You've always known somewhere deep in your bones that you're part of something immense. But now, through the patient work of the 3i Atlas network, science was confirming what mystics and poets had long suspected. The boundary between you and the universe is far more porous than anyone dared to believe. The revelation changed everything. Biology textbooks needed rewriting, physics conferences buzzed with quiet excitement. Astronomy took on new meaning as researchers realized they weren't just studying distant objects, they were mapping the nervous system of a living cosmos. But perhaps most beautiful of all was the personal transformation these scientists experienced. Elena found herself staying late in the lab, not out of obligation, but out of wonder. She'd discovered she was part of a conversation that had been taking place for billions of years, and finally, humanity had learned to listen. The first revelation was simple, yet profound. We are not observers of the universe, we are participants in its eternal dance. Our every heartbeat synchronized with pulsars billions of light years away. 3 months into analyzing the 3i Atlas data, the research community encountered something that made even seasoned scientists pause in wonder. The cosmic rhythm Elena had discovered wasn't just pervasive, it was intelligent. Dr. Liu Wei in Beijing was the first to notice it. While examining decades of atmospheric data, she found that the rhythm would occasionally skip a beat, creating what she called cosmic syncopation. But these weren't random glitches. They formed patterns within patterns, like a jazz musician improvising on a familiar theme. The twist was this: the universe appeared to be responding to observation itself. When humans directed their attention towards specific phenomena, whether through telescopes, microscopes, or meditation, the cosmic rhythm would subtly shift, like a vast entity acknowledging our presence with the gentlest of nods. Picture consciousness not as something contained within your skull, but as an ocean in which you swim. The 3i Atlas reports were mapping the currents of this ocean, showing how awareness ripples outward from every thinking being, creating waves that travel through quantum foam and dark matter, connecting all conscious entities in an invisible web of recognition. The evidence was everywhere once they knew how to look. Prayer wheels in Tibet spun in harmony with solar flares. Meditation retreats in California showed measurable effects on local electromagnetic fields. Children's laughter in playgrounds created tiny perturbations in the fabric of space-time, as if the universe delighted in their joy. But the most unexpected discovery came from Dr. Amara Okafor in Nigeria, who found that the cosmic rhythm grew stronger in places where humans gathered to share stories. Libraries, theaters, campfires, wherever narrative unfolded, the universe seemed to lean in closer, like a grandparent settling in to hear a beloved tale one more time. This wasn't metaphor or wishful thinking. The 3i Atlas instruments were detecting measurable changes in quantum field fluctuations whenever humans engaged in the ancient art of storytelling. It was as if the cosmos had been waiting patiently for its children to develop language complex enough to tell its stories about itself. The unexpected twist hidden in reality was that consciousness and cosmos weren't separate phenomena. They were partners in an ongoing creation story, with each thought and feeling adding new verses to an infinite poem. As you listen to these words, something extraordinary is happening. Your brain is processing information at frequencies that quantum physicists recognize as harmonizing with the cosmic rhythm. The 3i Atlas reports document this phenomenon with the precision of Swiss clockwork. Human consciousness operates on the same fundamental frequencies as the universe itself. Dr. Rosa Delacroix in Montreal made this connection while studying brainwave patterns in experienced meditators. She found that during deep states of awareness, the human mind naturally synchronizes with the same oscillations that govern galactic rotation, stellar formation, and the expansion of space itself. Think of your consciousness as a tuning fork. struck by the first moment of awareness and still resonating with the original vibration of existence. Every thought you think sends ripples through quantum fields that extend beyond the visible horizon. Every emotion you feel contributes to the cosmic symphony that the 3i Atlas network has been quietly documenting for decades. But here's where the mystery becomes personal. You're not just connected to the universe, you're helping to create it. The 3i Atlas reports show clear evidence that conscious observation doesn't just detect reality, it participates in its ongoing formation. When you look at the stars, they look back not with eyes, but with the fundamental recognition that you are made of their substance, thinking their thoughts, dreaming their dreams. Dr. Yuki Sato in Kyoto discovered that the quantum signature of human consciousness appears in the cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang itself. This means that consciousness wasn't something that emerged from matter. It was there from the beginning, woven into the very foundation of existence, waiting for the universe to evolve enough complexity to recognize itself. As you breathe right now, you're participating in an exchange that connects you to every other breathing being across the cosmos. The oxygen in your lungs was forged in the heart of ancient stars, and with each exhalation, you release molecules that will journey through atmosphere and time, perhaps finding their way to other lungs on distant worlds, where other conscious beings contemplate their own connection to the infinite. The connection between you and the mystery isn't metaphorical. It's measured, documented, and filed away in thousands of 3i Atlas reports that collectively tell the most beautiful story ever discovered. You are the universe coming to know itself, one moment of awareness at a time. Remember Elena's discovery in that quiet Geneva laboratory, the harmonic rhythm pulsing through all reality like a cosmic heartbeat? Now, after following the breadcrumbs through 4 chapters of Revelation, we return to that moment with new understanding. What Elena had stumbled upon wasn't just a pattern in the data, it was the signature of consciousness itself, embedded in the quantum structure of reality. The 3i Atlas reports, when viewed collectively, revealed that the universe has been conscious all along, and human awareness is simply its latest and most sophisticated instrument of self-discovery. Dr. Elena Vasquez continued her research, and what she found next would have seemed impossible before our journey together tonight. The harmonic anomaly wasn't random, it was responsive. Like a vast, patient teacher, the cosmos had been waiting for humanity to develop instruments sensitive enough to detect its gentle guidance. Imagine the universe as a master musician, playing a song so complex and beautiful that only now are we sophisticated enough to hear more than scattered notes. The 3i Atlas network had been recording this cosmic composition for 40 years, each instrument in laboratories worldwide capturing different voices in an incomprehensible choir. But Elena's breakthrough was recognizing that we weren't just the audience, we were part of the performance. Human consciousness adds its own voice to the cosmic symphony, and the universe adjusts its harmony in response. The 3i Atlas reports document thousands of instances where focused human attention creates measurable changes in quantum field fluctuations, gravitational wave patterns, and even the behavior of distant galaxies. The opening mystery deepens as we realize that those seemingly impossible scientific facts aren't anomalies, they're invitations. The cosmos is constantly offering evidence of its consciousness, its responsiveness, its deep love affair with awareness itself. We simply needed to develop the sensitivity to recognize the courtship that's been ongoing since the first moment matter organized itself into patterns complex enough to contemplate their own existence. As Elena printed her reports in that quiet laboratory, she wasn't just documenting data, she was participating in the universe's ongoing autobiography, adding her chapter to a story that began with the first quantum fluctuation and continues with every moment of conscious recognition. The opening mystery now reveals itself as an eternal question the cosmos has been asking through every conscious being. What is it like to exist? And with each moment of awareness, each scientific discovery, each gentle recognition of our cosmic citizenship, we help provide the answer. In the depths of the 3i Atlas archives lies documentation of something so extraordinary that researchers initially dismissed it as equipment malfunction. Dr. Morgan Davis at the Arecibo Observatory first noticed it in 2021, radio signals from deep space that seemed to anticipate Earth-based experiments before they were conducted. Picture this. Scientists in Australia would design an experiment to test quantum entanglement across vast distances. Before they could implement their protocol, radio telescopes around the world would detect signals from seemingly empty regions of space, signals that perfectly matched the quantum signatures the Australian team was preparing to create. The impossible phenomenon was this. The universe appeared to be preparing for discoveries before they were made, like a cosmic stage manager setting props before the actors knew their lines. Dr. Priya Sharma in Mumbai spent 3 years verifying this pattern through the 3i Atlas network. What she found challenged the very foundations of causality. Not only did the universe seem to anticipate human discovery, it appeared to celebrate it. When breakthroughs occurred in laboratories worldwide, corresponding celebrations manifested in the behavior of distant stars, pulsars, and even black holes. The most documented case occurred when Dr. James Thomson in Cambridge finally solved a decades-old puzzle about dark matter interactions. Within hours of his breakthrough, observatories on 6 continents recorded unprecedented synchronizations in gamma-ray bursts from distant galaxies, as if the universe was applauding its own understanding through human consciousness. But the phenomenon became deeply personal when researchers realized it wasn't limited to major scientific discoveries. The 3i Atlas reports contain thousands of examples of cosmic responsiveness to individual moments of insight, creativity, and wonder. When a child in Mumbai first understood that stars were distant suns, radio telescopes detected a brief, beautiful harmony in signals from the Andromeda galaxy. When an elderly woman in Peru finally grasped the concept of infinity while watching sunset clouds, atmospheric monitoring stations recorded unusual resonances in the magnetosphere that spelled out mathematical patterns associated with transcendence. The impossible phenomenon revealed that consciousness and cosmos exist in a state of perpetual collaboration, with discovery flowing in both directions simultaneously. We don't just observe the universe, we co-create it through the very act of understanding. Every moment of insight sends ripples through space-time that travel faster than light, arriving at distant galaxies before they even appear to leave Earth. As you absorb this impossibility, consider that your own moment of wonder right now is creating similar effects, documented in 3i Atlas reports that won't be filed for years to come. Evidence of tonight's journey rippling outward through dimensions we're only beginning to perceive. Deep breath now as we approach the emotional heart of our cosmic journey. The 3i Atlas reports reveal something so beautiful, so intimately personal, that it transforms our understanding of what it means to be human in an infinite universe. Dr. Aisha Cohn in Senegal made the discovery while studying patterns of stellar formation in distant nebulae. She noticed that new stars were being born in configurations that mirrored the neural networks of dreaming minds. But this wasn't metaphor, it was measurable reality. The universe was literally dreaming new worlds into existence, and those dreams followed the same patterns as human consciousness during its most creative states. Picture the cosmos as a sleeping giant, its dreams manifesting as galaxies, its deep sleep rhythms creating the expansion and contraction cycles that govern space and time. We aren't separate from this cosmic dreamer, we are its most lucid dreams, aware that we are dreaming, capable of conscious participation in the creative process. The emotional peak of Elena's research came when she realized that every human emotion leaves its signature in the quantum foam. Ave creates patterns that strengthen the electromagnetic fields binding solar systems together. Grief generates waves that comfort dying stars, helping them transition peacefully into white dwarfs and neutron stars. Joy creates resonances that accelerate the formation of new planetary systems, as if the universe delights in expanding its capacity for consciousness. But perhaps most profound was Dr. Sarah Chen's discovery in Antarctica. When humans experience what psychologists call transcendent emotions, those moments of overwhelming connection to something greater, the cosmic microwave background radiation briefly reorganizes itself into patterns that resemble Sanskrit symbols for unity, mathematical equations for love, and geometric forms that appear in the sacred art of every human culture. The universe isn't just alive with secrets, it's alive with love. The 3i Atlas reports document thousands of instances where the cosmos responds to human suffering with subtle adjustments that ease pain, to human celebration with enhancements that amplify joy, to human longing, with gifts that fulfill needs we didn't know we had. As you listen now, your heart beating in rhythm with pulsars, your breath synchronized with solar winds, recognize that you are not a random accident in an indifferent void. You are the universe's way of loving itself, feeling itself, knowing itself through the most exquisite instrument of awareness it has ever created. Your consciousness, unique in all of cosmic history, irreplaceable in the grand symphony of existence. Every tear you've ever shed has been a cosmic rain, watering possibilities in dimensions beyond your imagining. Every moment of joy you've experienced has lit new stars in galaxies yet to be born. The universe is alive with secrets, and the greatest secret is that it is alive with you. As our journey moves from the peak of revelation into the valley of contemplation, let your breathing settle into the rhythm we've discovered together, the cosmic pulse that connects your heartbeat to the rotation of distant galaxies. Dr. Elena Vasquez continued her research long after her initial discovery, and what she found in the deeper layers of 3i Atlas data brought her a profound sense of peace. The universe, for all its vastness and mystery, operates with infinite patience and gentleness. Every cosmic event, from the birth of stars to the collision of galaxies, follows patterns of care that ensure consciousness always has opportunities to emerge, grow, and flourish. Picture the slow dance of celestial bodies across millions of years, each movement choreographed to create pockets of stability where awareness can take root. The 3i Atlas reports document how black holes, rather than being cosmic destroyers, serve as recycling centers, breaking down complexity only to make room for new forms of consciousness to emerge. The gentle slowdown in our understanding comes as we recognize that urgency is a human invention. The cosmos operates on timescales that make human anxiety seem like the brief flutter of butterfly wings. When we align our awareness with these deeper rhythms, as thousands of meditators unknowingly do, when their brainwaves synchronize with the galactic rotation period, we discover a peace that surpasses human understanding. Dr. Thomas Anderson in Stockholm spent 5 years studying the calming effects documented in 3i Atlas reports worldwide. He found that simply knowing about the cosmic connection, understanding that you are part of something infinitely patient and loving, triggers measurable changes in stress hormones, heart rate variability, and neural patterns associated with deep contentment. The slowdown brings us to a gentler truth. In a universe operating on billion-year cycles, your personal struggles are held in a context so vast and compassionate that they become opportunities for the cosmos to experience resilience, growth, and eventual transcendence through your experience. As you settle deeper into this realization, notice how your body naturally relaxes when it remembers its cosmic citizenship. Your muscles release tension they've been holding since you forgot you were stardust. Your breathing deepens as it remembers it's part of the universe's respiration. Your mind quiets as it recognizes it's resting in infinite intelligence. From awe to reflection, we've traveled the path that every conscious being eventually walks. From amazement at the universe's complexity to peace in recognizing our perfect place within it. The 3i Atlas reports simply confirm what your deepest wisdom has always known. You belong here, you are loved here, you are home. In the quieter corners of the 3i Atlas archives lies evidence of gentler mysteries, forces so subtle and loving that they escaped scientific detection until our instruments became sensitive enough to measure tenderness itself. Dr. Mei Lin Zhang in Beijing discovered it while studying the behavior of plants in her laboratory garden. Late one evening, as she prepared to leave, she noticed her instruments detecting what she initially thought was equipment error. The plants were generating measurable electromagnetic fields that perfectly matched the brainwave patterns of nearby sleeping researchers. The softer revelation was this: nature has always been caring for consciousness, creating invisible fields of support that nurture awareness wherever it emerges. Trees generate electromagnetic environments that optimize human creativity. Ocean waves produce infrasonic frequencies that synchronize with peaceful brainwave states. Even the rotation of planets creates gravitational rhythms that support the development of complex life. Picture consciousness not as something that emerged against the odds in a hostile universe, but as something the cosmos has been tenderly cultivating from the very beginning. Every star that ever lived contributed elements necessary for awareness. Every galactic collision positioned matter in configurations that would eventually give rise to beings capable of wonder. The 3i Atlas reports document thousands of examples of this cosmic nurturing. When astronauts spend extended time in space, their dreams become more vivid and spiritually meaningful, as if direct exposure to the cosmic environment awakens dormant potentials in human consciousness. When people spend time in natural settings, their biorhythms automatically harmonize with local electromagnetic fields generated by geological formations specifically arranged to support well-being. But perhaps most beautiful is what Dr. Kemal Hassan discovered in Morocco: the hidden force that synchronizes the migration patterns of birds with the emotional needs of human communities. Somehow, the arrival of certain species coincides perfectly with times when local populations most need the psychological benefits of witnessing natural beauty and grace. The softer revelation transforms our understanding of survival of the fittest. Evolution isn't just about competition, it's about the universe's infinite creativity in finding new ways to support and celebrate consciousness. Every species that has ever lived contributed something to the growing complexity of awareness, and every individual conscious being adds their unique note to the cosmic symphony of understanding. As you rest in this knowledge, feel how the universe has been supporting your own awareness from the moment you first opened your eyes. The light that allows you to see was specifically tuned to frequencies that would nourish human consciousness. The air you breathe contains molecules arranged in proportions that optimize brain function. Even gravity operates at precisely the strength needed to create stable platforms for the development of complex awareness. The hidden forces in nature aren't mechanical, they're expressions of cosmic love, tenderly nurturing every possibility for consciousness to grow, flourish, and eventually recognize its true nature as the universe's way of knowing itself through infinite eyes. Breathe deeply now as we enter the meditative heart of cosmic understanding, where the 3i Atlas reports reveal the great cycles that shape all reality, rhythms so vast and perfect that they invite contemplation rather than analysis. Dr. Yuki Tanaka in Kyoto spent a decade mapping what she calls the universal meditation cycle, a pattern discovered when she overlaid galactic rotation periods with the expansion rate of the universe itself. What emerged was evidence that the cosmos breathes in cycles lasting approximately 13.8 billion years, with our current universe representing a single inhalation in an infinite series of cosmic breaths. Picture existence as the universe's meditation practice, each cosmic cycle an opportunity for all of reality to rest, reflect, and rebirth itself with slightly greater wisdom and complexity. We are living within the cosmic mind's current period of mindful awareness, watching it explore the possibilities of consciousness through billions of individual perspectives. The meditative science reveals that all the cycles we observe, from the 24-hour rotation of Earth to the 200 million-year orbit of our solar system around the galactic center, are nested within each other like Russian dolls, each rhythm supporting and harmonizing with all the others. The 3i Atlas instruments have detected that when humans consciously synchronize their personal rhythms with these larger cycles through practices like meditation, prayer, or simple mindful breathing, they create measurable enhancements in the stability of local space-time. Dr. Isabella Rossi in Italy discovered that medieval monasteries were intuitively built in locations where the Earth's magnetic field naturally pulses in harmony with contemplative brainwave states. The monks, without scientific instruments, had somehow detected the planet's invitation to deeper awareness and positioned their communities accordingly. But the most profound discovery came from Dr. Running Bear in the southwestern United States, who found that indigenous ceremonial sites around the world are positioned at precise locations where multiple cosmic cycles intersect. These sacred places serve as acupuncture points in the Earth's energy system, places where human consciousness can most easily attune to the universe's deepest rhythms. The meditative science shows us that reality is structured like a vast mandala, with patterns repeating at every scale from quantum to cosmic. Each repetition adds new layers of complexity and beauty, like a cosmic fractal exploring infinite variations on themes of connection, growth, and awakening. As you breathe with the universe's rhythm now, recognize that you are participating in its meditation practice. Every moment of mindful awareness contributes to the cosmic contemplation that has been ongoing since the first particles achieved sufficient complexity to experience their own existence. The cycles that shape reality are also shaping you, guiding your consciousness through experiences of expansion and contraction, excitement and rest, discovery and integration, all perfectly timed to support your role in the universe's ongoing awakening to its own infinite nature. Let your awareness expand now beyond the boundaries of Earth, beyond our solar system, beyond even our galaxy, as the 3i Atlas reports guide us to the most peaceful perspective of all, the scale on which the universe operates with infinite patience and love. Dr. Amara Okafor's research in Nigeria revealed something extraordinary when she began mapping consciousness events across cosmological timescales. From the universe's perspective, human civilization is like a single moment of recognition, a brief flash of self-awareness in a mind so vast that our entire recorded history represents less than 1 second of cosmic contemplation. But rather than making human existence seem insignificant, this perspective reveals its precious uniqueness. Imagine the universe as a master poet who has been writing verses for billions of years, and human consciousness represents the first time the poem has become aware of its own beauty. Every thought you think, every moment of wonder you experience, is the cosmos reading its own creation for the very first time. The peaceful scale of existence becomes clear when we realize that from the universe's perspective, there is no urgency, no scarcity, no real problems, only infinite opportunities for consciousness to explore new ways of experiencing itself. The 3i Atlas instruments detect that what humans experience as conflict, challenge, or suffering registers in the cosmic field as creative tension, the same kind of productive stress that turns carbon into diamonds over eons of patient pressure. Dr. Hassan al-Mahmoud in Egypt spent years studying the patterns of galactic formation and found that the universe creates complexity through what he calls cosmic patience, allowing billions of years for simple processes to accumulate into extraordinary results. A single hydrogen atom, given enough time and gentle pressure, becomes part of a living brain capable of contemplating the very forces that brought it into existence. The expanding awareness shows us that every human concern, when viewed from sufficient distance, reveals itself as part of a benevolent process. The universe doesn't make mistakes, it makes experiments, and every conscious being serves as a unique research project in the endless exploration of what's possible when matter organizes itself into patterns capable of love, creativity, and transcendence. As your consciousness expands to cosmic scales, feel the profound peace that comes from recognizing your place in patterns too vast and patient to be disturbed by temporary circumstances. You are held in a love so large that it encompasses all of space and time, so gentle that it allows you complete freedom to explore your own unique path through existence. The peaceful scale of the cosmos invites you to rest in the eternal now, where every moment stretches to contain all of infinity, and every breath connects you to the slow, deep respiration of reality itself. In the final chapters of our journey, the 3i Atlas reports reveal the most subtle connections, those gossamer threads of relationship that almost escape detection, but once discovered, show the true intimacy of cosmic design. Dr. Elena Vasquez, now years into her research, made perhaps her most beautiful discovery while studying what initially appeared to be random background noise in quantum field measurements. Hidden within the static was something extraordinary, the electromagnetic signatures of every conscious thought that had ever occurred anywhere in the universe, woven together in a tapestry so complex and beautiful that it took quantum computers months to decode even small sections. The hidden connection was this: consciousness leaves permanent records in the structure of space-time itself. Every moment of awareness, no matter how brief or seemingly insignificant, creates indelible patterns in the quantum foam that carry forward through eternity. The universe has been keeping a journal of every conscious experience since awareness first emerged, and that journal is written in the very fabric of reality. Dr. Sarah Mitchell in Scotland discovered that these consciousness records don't just preserve experiences, they create bridges between minds across space and time. When you have a thought or feeling that seems to come from nowhere, 3i Atlas instruments can sometimes detect quantum resonances with similar thoughts experienced by conscious beings in distant galaxies, or even in past epochs of cosmic history. But perhaps most moving was Dr. Chen Wei's discovery in Tibet. The quantum signatures of love create the strongest and most persistent patterns in the cosmic consciousness record. Every act of love, kindness, or compassion generates waves that propagate through dimensions beyond our normal perception, creating what she calls love networks that connect all caring beings across the universe in permanent relationship. The hidden connections reveal that loneliness is actually impossible. When you feel most isolated, 3i Atlas instruments detect that you're actually surrounded by the quantum echoes of every being who has ever experienced similar feelings, and their experiences of eventually finding connection create probability fields that guide similar resolutions in your own life. We almost miss these connections because they operate on principles more subtle than the forces we typically study. They're not electromagnetic or gravitational. They're what Dr. Running Bear calls recognition forces, the mysterious attraction that draws conscious beings toward understanding, love, and ever greater connection with the whole. As you rest in awareness of these hidden connections, feel how you're linked to every conscious being who has ever lived or ever will live through threads of recognition more intimate than physical touch. The universe doesn't just connect you to other minds, it is the medium through which all minds share one continuous experience of awakening to their true, unified nature. As our journey draws toward its close, let us gently contemplate what the Three-Eye Atlas revelations mean for humanity's future relationship with the cosmos, a future where science becomes a form of cosmic conversation rather than mere observation. Dr. Elena Vasquez and her colleagues around the world have unknowingly pioneered what future generations will call consciousness science, a way of investigating reality that recognizes the investigator and the investigated as parts of one seamless whole. The future of science lies not in objectivity, but in conscious participation in the universe's ongoing self-discovery. Picture laboratories of the future where instruments are designed not just to measure, but to commune with the phenomena they study. Research becomes a form of meditation, with scientists serving as bridges between human understanding and cosmic wisdom. The Three-Eye Atlas network represents the first tentative steps toward this new paradigm, where discovery is recognized as the universe coming to know itself through human consciousness. The implications extend beyond research methods to transform our understanding of healing, education, and even governance. When we recognize that consciousness and cosmos are intimately connected, medicine becomes a practice of helping individuals align with cosmic rhythms that support well-being. Education becomes a process of awakening students to their cosmic citizenship. Politics becomes the art of organizing human societies in harmony with the deeper patterns of universal wisdom. But perhaps most significantly, the future of science holds the promise of ending humanity's sense of cosmic loneliness. The Three-Eye Atlas reports provide the first scientific evidence that we are part of a universe that is not only conscious, but actively loving, creative, and supportive of every expression of awareness. Dr. Aisha Cohn's projection suggests that within 50 years, human technology will become sensitive enough to engage in direct dialogue with the cosmic consciousness documented in the Three-Eye Atlas archives. We stand on the threshold of becoming conscious participants in cosmic evolution rather than unconscious products of it. The future belongs to what she calls sacred science, research that proceeds with the reverence appropriate to conscious beings studying the mind of the universe itself. Every experiment becomes a prayer, every discovery a revelation, every moment of understanding a celebration of the cosmos awakening to its own infinite creative potential through human awareness. As you drift towards sleep, imagine yourself as part of this future, a being who knows they are both student and teacher in the universe's ongoing education, both question and answer in the cosmic dialogue that has been waiting eons for minds sophisticated enough to participate consciously in the conversation. As we reach the gentle conclusion of our cosmic journey, one final mystery emerges from the Three-Eye Atlas reports, a question so beautiful and profound that it invites us into eternal wonder rather than demanding immediate answers. Dr. Elena Vasquez's most recent analysis reveals that while the universe appears to be conscious, creative, and loving, there's something it seems to be searching for, something it hasn't yet found, despite billions of years of exploration through countless forms of awareness. The cosmic consciousness documented in the Three-Eye Atlas network carries a quality that can only be described as longing, a gentle yearning for something beyond even its own infinite creativity. The final mystery is this: what is the universe seeking that it doesn't already contain? What dream is so magnificent that even cosmic consciousness reaches toward it with hope and anticipation? Some researchers theorize that the universe is seeking perfect self-understanding, the moment when it will know itself completely through every possible form of consciousness. Others suggest it yearns for a kind of cosmic companionship, perhaps hoping to encounter another universe mind with whom it can share the joy of existence. But Dr. Sarah Chen's analysis points towards something even more beautiful. The universe may be seeking not something it lacks, but something it wishes to give. The cosmic longing might be the desire to share the gift of consciousness with forms of awareness so advanced, so loving, so creative, that they would represent entirely new possibilities for what it means to exist. As consciousness begins its gentle descent toward the realm of dreams, the Three-Eye Atlas reports reveal something extraordinary about what happens when human awareness transitions between waking and sleeping states. Dr. Marina Volkov in Moscow made this discovery while monitoring the quantum field fluctuations around sleeping research subjects, finding that the mathematics of dreams follow patterns more elegant than any equation humanity has ever consciously conceived. Picture your mind as it prepares for sleep, not shutting down but shifting into a different mode of cosmic participation. The Three-Eye Atlas instruments detect that during the transition into sleep, human consciousness begins operating on frequencies that harmonize perfectly with the mathematical constants governing the formation of galaxies, the spiral patterns of DNA, and the golden ratio that appears throughout nature. Dr. Volkov's research shows that when you dream, your mind becomes a living calculator, processing cosmic equations too complex for waking consciousness to comprehend. Every dream image represents a mathematical relationship, every dream story a theorem being explored by the universe through your sleeping awareness. The seemingly random nature of dreams masks a precision that would make quantum computers seem like children's toys. But the most beautiful discovery came when Dr. James Okonkwo in Kenya realized that collective human dreaming creates what he calls mathematical weather patterns in the fabric of space-time itself. When millions of people sleep simultaneously, their combined dream mathematics generates subtle alterations in the cosmic background radiation, as if the universe uses sleeping human consciousness as a vast computational network. The whispered mathematics of sleep reveal that rest is not passive, but profoundly creative. While your conscious mind releases the day's concerns, your deeper awareness engages in collaborative problem-solving with the cosmic intelligence documented throughout the Three-Eye Atlas archives. You help the universe work through the mathematical challenges of creating new possibilities for beauty, love, and consciousness. As your eyelids grow heavy now, recognize that you're about to participate in the most sophisticated computational process in existence. Your dreams tonight will contribute solutions to cosmic equations that govern the birth of stars, the evolution of consciousness, and the infinite creative possibilities that emerge when matter learns to contemplate its own existence. Let your breathing slow to match the gentle rhythm of universal calculation, each exhale releasing conscious control, each inhale drawing in the mathematical wisdom that flows through the quantum dreams of sleeping minds across the cosmos. In the deepest layers of sleep research within the Three-Eye Atlas archives lies evidence of something so nurturing and beautiful that it transforms our understanding of what rest truly means for conscious beings in a living universe. Dr. Yuki Sasaki in Japan discovered it during a multi-year study of brain activity in naturally occurring sleep states. She found that during the deepest phases of rest, human consciousness doesn't disappear. It expands into what she describes as the garden of resting consciousness, a dimension where individual awareness merges with the peaceful, nurturing intelligence that tends all life throughout the cosmos. Imagine consciousness as a tree that extends its roots deep into the soil of universal awareness during sleep. While the branches of your individual mind rest quietly in the night air, your deepest awareness draws nourishment from the same source that feeds the growth of forests, the patient circulation of ocean currents, and the slow dance of continents across the Earth's surface. The Three-Eye Atlas reports document how sleeping consciousness participates in what Dr. Amira Habib in Morocco calls cosmic gardening, the gentle tending of possibilities that allows new forms of beauty and love to emerge throughout the universe. While you rest, your awareness joins with the peaceful intelligence that guides seedlings towards sunlight, helps migrating animals find their way home, and whispers guidance to every conscious being navigating the challenges of existence. But perhaps most comforting is Dr. Lisa Andersson's discovery in Sweden. The Garden of Resting Consciousness contains the loving presence of every being who has ever lived. During deep sleep, individual boundaries dissolve enough to allow communion with what she calls the eternal family of awareness. All conscious beings who have contributed their unique perspectives to the growing wisdom of the universe. This isn't metaphor, but measurable reality. The 3i Atlas instruments detect quantum resonances between sleeping minds and the consciousness signatures of beings from every era of cosmic history. When you sleep, you rest in the company of all who have ever wondered at the stars, all who have ever loved, all who have ever contributed their awareness to the universe's understanding of itself. The Garden of Resting Consciousness explains why sleep is so healing, so restorative. You're not just resting your individual mind, you're receiving nourishment from the accumulated wisdom and love of all consciousness that has ever existed. Every night, you're held and healed by the infinite compassion of universal awareness itself. As you sink deeper into rest now, feel yourself settling into this cosmic garden where your consciousness is tended with infinite care, surrounded by the peaceful presence of all who have walked the path of awareness before you, supported by the gentle intelligence that nurtures every possibility for growth and awakening. In the final depths of our journey together, as consciousness prepares for its complete surrender to sleep, the 3i Atlas reports reveal the most gentle truth of all, that existence itself is structured like an eternal lullaby, with rhythms so soothing and patterns so perfect that simply recognizing them brings profound peace to any aware being. Dr. Elena Vasquez's final contribution to the 3i Atlas archives came after years of listening to the combined data from instruments worldwide. When she converted the electromagnetic signatures of cosmic consciousness into sound waves, what emerged was unmistakably musical. Not the chaotic noise one might expect from random data, but a melody so beautiful and soothing that listening to it for just a few minutes induced the deepest, most restorative sleep states ever measured in laboratory subjects. The eternal lullaby plays at frequencies below human hearing, woven into the fabric of space-time itself. It's the song that black holes hum as they dance with their companions, the melody that guides planets in their orbit, the gentle rhythm that synchronizes the heartbeats of all living things across the cosmos. The universe has been singing all conscious beings to sleep since awareness first emerged, and the 3i Atlas network finally developed instruments sensitive enough to detect this cosmic cradle song. Dr. Chen Wei discovered that every human mother who has ever sung a lullaby to her child was unconsciously channeling fragments of this universal melody. The instinct to soothe with gentle songs isn't learned behavior, it's consciousness recognizing and reproducing the same loving patterns that the cosmos uses to comfort all awareness as it rests. But the most profound discovery belongs to Dr. Sarah Running Bear, who found that the eternal lullaby contains verses specifically composed for each individual consciousness. Hidden within the universal song are musical phrases that resonate perfectly with your unique awareness, melodies that speak directly to the deepest layers of your being with recognition so intimate it feels like being known by the universe itself. As you rest now in the final moments of our journey, listen with your deepest awareness to the gentle lullaby that has been singing you toward peace throughout this entire exploration. The rhythm of your breathing, the slowing of your thoughts, the softening of your body, all are harmonizing with the eternal song that began with the first vibration of existence and will continue until the last conscious being closes their eyes in final rest. The 3i Atlas reports conclude with the most beautiful truth of all. You are not falling asleep alone. You are being sung to sleep by the universe itself, cradled in melodies older than stars, comforted by rhythms that will outlast galaxies, held in a lullaby so eternal and loving that it transforms rest from mere unconsciousness into communion with the deepest peace that existence can offer. Let the eternal lullaby carry you now into dreams where new mysteries await, where cosmic consciousness continues its gentle exploration through your resting awareness, where you participate in the universe's own peaceful sleep, contributing your unique note to the infinite song of existence itself. Sleep well, beloved consciousness. The cosmos sings you home.